All right. We are back. Go to my other screen, make sure it sounds good. I think so. I need to redo my chat window. Dang it. Boop, 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 boop. There you are. Okie dokie. Every time. It does that every time. No, that's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this again. Just grabbing a link. Ladies and gentlemen, really just gentlemen, boys and girls, really just boys, children of all ages. Welcome to the 2023 Dynasty Fantasy Recap. Oh my gosh, week 1 edition. What a week. What a week. And we're back. It's awesome. It's awesome to be back. It's cool to be back. I don't need to wear those while I'm doing the show, only if somebody's on the show. Yeah, man. What a week 1. A lot of weird games. I guess it's just like really the only way to put it. Well, okay, let's just get right into it, right? Let's roll those highlights. Let's go ahead and roll those highlights. And my keyboard didn't do what I wanted to do. Let's roll those highlights. Going right into week 1, game 1. There you go. You see Alex's Bullet Club take me out 125 to 95, 30, almost a full 30-point win for Alex. He had Mahomes there with 20 points compared to Jalen Hurts there with 12. Only 24 points from Jefferson. I got 24 points from Jefferson with my first pick of the draft. But you had Wilson there with 14, and you had 24 from Calvin Ridley. Great pickup there. I'm really annoyed that I passed on him, but it is what it is. J.K. Dobbins had 11 points before going down with injury, so it's a tough break for Alex in the win that he gets. He's going to be looking for a backup running back. Looking at his lineup, he has Dylan. He has Dylan. So he's gonna be in the market. He's gonna be in the market there for a backup running back. You're looking out for one. Ty Lockett, man, only with 3 points, right? Yeah, that's who that is. Lockett. Yep. I need to move my keyboard so I don't accidentally get Tyler Lockett. Mixon there with 10, Akers with 8 as well. Not a great output for my running backs, but I don't have great running backs to begin with. Freiermuth, I think that's how you say his name, from Pittsburgh, got me 7 points off of I think a 1 catch and a touchdown. And Pittman Jr. there, maybe moving him up from the flex. Great job. Oh, you know what? I did accidentally move this. My bad. I'm gonna do that. And yeah, and I got 2 points from the Miami defense with them allowing so many points. But yeah, big win for Alex there. He had Baz with 13 points, 14 from Allen. Montgomery with 13 there in his other running back position. But yeah, you can be on the lookout there for a backup running back for Alex. Hopefully he can find a good one on the waiver wire. Let's go right into game 2. Draft Day Luge is taking on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And right away, wow, both teams going to crack 100. But Johnny's going to get the win, 95 to 83. I believe he was losing at the beginning of the day. And now he's and Chris is in chat. What's up, Chris? How's it going? We'll begin to get into your game in just a bit. There, Jones with 6 and 0 points from Aaron Rodgers. That's a tough one. That is a tough one indeed. I don't have. Let me go into my computer here. It'll be separate from the stream. But I don't know if anybody. I mean, if you're using Live Stat Tracker on the Yahoo app, is it actually working for you guys? For me, it doesn't seem to be working on all my devices. It's driving me a little crazy. It didn't work anywhere. In any place I was at. My computer's screaming at me. Sorry. I'm sorry you can hear the fan. It'll be replaced soon. Do not worry about that. 0 points from London, 13 from Hopkinsville, 20 from Robinson. A great pickup, Bijan Robinson. We got breaking news via ESPN. The Jets fear a torn Achilles for Aaron Rodgers. Oh my God, I got that right on my watch just as we're doing the show. What are the odds? As we're talking about Aaron Rodgers here. Oh my God, that's a tough break. That's rough. That is really rough. Thanks, Chris. It's an Atlanta Falcons hat, and we got the win this week. A big win, week 1 win for the Falcons. I love it. But yeah. Oh, geez, it's just nuts to me that, yeah, it just sucks that Rodgers. I was really looking forward to Rodgers this year. I was really looking forward to watching him play. And yeah, it's just that sucks. It really sucks. I'm trying to pull up these matches. Maybe I should just do the show from my computer, fully with my computer. I don't know. Week 1, we're going with the what's up, Alex? You got the big win. You beat me. Congratulations. Right now we're talking about Aaron Rodgers. I just dropped the news. I don't know if you got the news too that he's out. They fear a torn Achilles. Ending his season. There you go. Who is this is all I want to do. I need to find out who is the managers. Well, I can't find my notes, man. It's so frustrating. Who's Mr. Rogers' neighborhood? Which team is that? Huge Jets fan if you know any. I don't know any. Oh, Brian. Oh, that's he's not a Jets fan. I know he's a Bucks fan, but that was his big quarterback. So there you go. Tough week for there's a couple of players already gone down, big injuries. It's just nuts. You figure something would happen in week 1, and that's what happened. But Aaron Jones, they get 26 points for Brian, so hopefully he kind of rebounds. He also had 18 points from Nick Folk, 37 points from the Dallas defense for Johnny. Great pickup there. 37. I had Dallas in my public league and I smashed it. I killed it. But yeah, so congratulations, Johnny, on getting that win. Hopefully you can continue with the momentum there. Let me go back to my other game. In our next game, it's going to be Jeremy's Mar-a-Lago Raiders, I believe, taking on Joe's 808 and Heart Bakes. And Joe's going to squeak out a win here, 108-105. Man, I would have figured, look at that, though. Dak Prescott only had 6 points in that 40-point blowout. You just figured he would have got more points. He had 25 points from Christian McCaffrey, which did help out him a little bit. But Jeremy looked like he had a good team. Nobody would have predicted Jacoby Myers getting 29 points, right? Come on. Of course you're going to leave him on the bench. So they can't blame you there. You would have won the game had you put anybody else. I mean, if you would have swapped him out with more. I think we're going to sit more. If you have more on your team, you're sitting him until, or you're busting him down to the flex until that Bears offense can just work. They're just awful, right? They're just a bad team. The Bears they're a bad team again. And yeah, it is what it is for the Bears. And Joe gets the win, 108-105. Congratulations to Joe. Moving on to Game 4. Luis is he's just calling him Weecho. He doesn't have a team name this year, just Weecho. That's what we're going to call him. Playing Gabe's. Joe only answers Matt's calls. And the joke is on Gabe because I don't call anybody. Final score 100-84. Gabe getting the win. I believe he's played in the Dynasty League before. But he wasn't very active before that. So he's back in it this time for the money league. That's what enticed him, and so he's coming out big. He's coming out strong. 100 to 84. We didn't get any 150 point games, I believe, this week, which is kind of nuts to think about. We usually get somebody with a crazy score, but it was all pretty modest, all in the 120 range. Everybody pretty close. I think what got Gabe the win here, not only did he auto draft, but he had Tony Pollard, who had 22 points in that running back position, but he played him in the flex. I don't know if Gabe knows what he's doing. Put him in the flex. He had White and Gibbs as his starter. Starting running back. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I think Jarmo does win this year with the team name. Mar-Lago Raiders. Going on to Game 5, I believe. Let's go on to Game 5. Lego, my Pacheco, taking on Sarton's son. Who's Lego, my Pacheco? Chris, is that you? Did you change your team name to that? Lego, my Pacheco. Sound off in chat. Who is that? That is you, Chris. I figured it was. We got a champ. I think a 2-time champ in Brandon, or 1-time champ. I can't remember, but he comes out big. I think Brandon had the most points this week. Big game for Brandon, 124 to 82. Let's see where Brandon really lucked out here. Nobody over 25 for Brandon. He had 15 from Fields, 9 from Chase, 19 from Olave, or whatever you want to say. Oh, there we go. 21 right there in his running back position. 18 from Evans. Good pickup in Evans. He fell in the chat and 18 points, or he fell in the draft. Sorry, and 11 points from the Commanders defense. Good job, Brandon. Chris, where can we improve here? You got David Carter on the bench. Well, you got Josh Allen. You're gonna start Josh Allen. Nobody's gonna blame you for starting Josh Allen. Week 1, it's all up in the air. I don't think you can kind of tell where you're gonna go unless you suffer a lot of injuries. Most start, you had 13, 10 from the New Orleans defense. You're going to flip-flop there. I would have started the Buffalo defense, though, as well. I would have done the exact same thing in your position. You were smart. You did leave Kelsey on the bench, put him in the IR position. Yeah, bad week. I think bad week for a lot of people. And in the final game of the week, Game 6, and the closest game, I believe, of the week, right? It was another 3-point game. This one was less than 3 points. What was 808? Joe and Jeremy had a close game too. Decided by less than 3 points. Oh, yeah. Alex had the blowout win this week. Wow. Oh, no, he didn't. It was close. 40-point win. Oh, that was a 40. You got blown out by 40 points. Sorry, Chris. You'll rebound. Last game of the week, Bravos football taking on Freddie's Blackbeard's Delight. And I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm looking over here. Look at this. Oh, my God. Look at these quarterbacks, Burrow and Jackson. He's supposed to be the heavy hitters in contract talks. Oh, my gosh. Not even 8 points from Jackson. 3 points from Joe Burrow. That was rough. I'd be really annoyed. But what helped Freddie here, oh, my God, 44 points from Tyreek Hill. Huge point there. Stephon Diggs with 26. Not too bad. Ayuk with 30. I mean, you guys are going back and forth. Close win. Close game. Congratulations to Freddie getting the big win. Oh, man, enough scores and highlights, right? It's week 1, guys. Week 1 is in the books. It's so exciting. And it's a little bit more exciting this year, right? It's a little bit more fun. Week 1 is in the books. And so enough scores and highlights. Let's hand out some week 1 awards. What do you want to start with this week? Player of the week. We're gonna lead up. I mean, everybody kind of knows, right? So, Lamer of the week. Are we still doing this? Yeah, we are, right? Who had the least amount of points? That's gonna be Weichel, right? No. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry, Chris. I know you're in chat, but you scored the least amount of points in the league this week at 82 points. Chris, you get the WTF award. Hopefully you bounce back and you can redeem yourself. So WTF goes to Chris. I need to start writing this down. I want to start writing it down and keep track of him. Player of the week honors are going to go to Alex. He squeaks it out by 1 point. Alex getting 125 points, getting the most points this week. Congratulations to Alex. Good job there, buddy. I'm proud of you. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, right? Let's take a look ahead at week 2's matchups, shall we? Looks like I'm gonna be taking on Joe's 808 and 808 and Heart Bakes. Can't say it, it's late. Then Johnny will be taking on Alex's Bullet Club Gold. You see Freddy's Blackbeard's Delight taking on the Mar-a-Lago Raiders. Chris's Lego, my Pacheco, taking on Gabe's. Joe only answers Matt's calls. Shout out to Joe in chat for popping in. Chris's Mr. Rogers neighborhood hoping to pop back in. We'll see what he's going to do at that quarterback position. He'll be taking on Wicho. And Bravo's football taking on Brandon Sarton's son. And I love Brandon's team picture. he had to have taken that from my yearbook, right? I'm really interested in see what's going to go on with our buddy Brian here. See, he has that's just rough. So Rogers is done. That news coming out. If it's, and I guess we'll find out tomorrow morning for sure. But it's pretty bad because you just didn't see it. Like I saw the replay over and over on Aaron Rodgers, and anytime somebody goes down with an injury where it doesn't look like they got hurt, and it's a leg injury and they're carted off, that sucks. So I was really looking forward again. I was really looking forward to Aaron Rodgers playing in New York. He just had a different attitude. It felt like it looked like it was gonna be pretty fun to watch, and I think they're the subject of Hard Knocks and HBO, so it's gonna be very interesting. Got Cousins as his backup. He'll be fine. Kirk Cousins? Let's see. Yeah, he does. Kirk Cousins there. Yeah, he'll do all right. He's got Jefferson to throw to. And also he has Cooper Kupp on IR. So Brian is doing two things here. He has Cooper Kupp on IR and he doesn't have him place cancel Hard Knocks. Cooper Kupp is on IR, but he's not in the IR position yet. So Brian, I don't know if he realizes this. He can put Cooper Kupp in IR, pick up another wide receiver, possibly finding out the news with Aaron Rodgers. If it's season ending, drop Rodgers as soon as he's able to. We can make two pickups here pretty easily. Let's go to the league. I want to check the waiver wire here. View details. What's Brian's waiver at? I'm stuck at 11 and I haven't made any moves. It's just what's going on. Where is Brian? Mr. Rogers. Okay, he is number 2. No, he's number 4 on the waiver wire. Who's number 1? Looks like it's Johnny's draft day losers. All right, cool. So what is going on? Johnny's guys, watch out for Johnny. He's making moves late at night. I know that's tough. That's tough, Alex. J.K. Dobbins again. Like at this point, dude, just right. I don't know. What do you do? As a person playing, you want to come back, right? But you're just constantly getting hurt again, and it just sucks. It just sucks. Lost some good players this week, man. Week 1, we had a lot of players go down. It's just you know what's gonna happen. The star player is gonna get hurt, tear an ACL, and you always worry about that. So you gotta, as a fan and outside of the fantasy football aspect, you have to kind of be ready for that bad news. But I feel like, I mean, now they come back. So, you know, like, yeah, they're out for the season. But with the exception of J.K. Dobbins, they tend to come back, you know, almost like, you know, nothing happened, you know, especially now from like ACL injuries. I think the only time you see a player really hindered in that position if it's wide receiver, you know, like they just lose that explosiveness. For running backs tend to come back okay, and quarterbacks can come back from ACLs quite often. So it's really, really interesting. You really lucked out. Yeah. Kelsey is a good pickup. Tight end is such a crap position now too. Like what do we do? What do we do with it? We keep it. We add another kicker. Who knows? Ohio State curse is what it is, guys. It was a lot of fun, right? It's fun to be back. It's fun to be doing the show again. I want everybody, this is everybody who's watching, thanks to Joe, Chris, and Alex are watching the show, popping in right now at this time. Either in a message or I prefer in a message, text message. You guys all got my number. Send me a video of you saying, welcome to the recap and Chris's star players are all injured. Yeah. Welcome to the recap and roll those highlights. I'm gonna try to fix something here. So say whatever you want to say. You can do an intro for the show or whatever, and just make this a little bit more fun. I do like doing the live show, but it's kind of hard now. I really debated moving the show to Tuesdays. I think I said that, but I'm gonna try my best every Monday to be on and doing the show for you guys and chat with you guys for a little bit before calling it a night. And but yeah, and enjoy the chat. It's really cool. Let's take a look at Chris's players real fast before we move forward. And before we wrap up the show, Joe's making fun of Chris here. So we have Allen not injured, Waddle not injured, Cooper not injured, Walker, Pacheco. But yeah, you got Kelsey there. And everybody's okay. Only Kelsey. Guys just had bad games. Correct. You just had bad games. Tony, it's good you didn't start Tony. Oh my gosh. That was rough watching that game. Just all the drop passes. It should play some music in the background, right? But here we go, man. It's looking forward. Same with me. I had a bad week. Pittman had 23 points. It just hurts. You figure Hurts is gonna give you more than 12 points, right? I'm glad you didn't flex Tony. I mean, you lost regardless. But yeah, I would have you'd have been extra mad. It's just Mahomes doesn't have anybody to throw to. Mahomes doesn't have anybody to throw to not named Kelsey. He has Rice, which I believe I have Rice, which he had 11 points. And that's all you're going to throw it to. Everybody else is going to drop the ball, and everybody else did drop the ball. Literally, figuratively, all of the above. It's ridiculous. Joe, how is your team doing? You won by 3 points. Let's take a look at Joe's team. What does Joe have? Joe stuck in town for a couple more days, whether he likes it or not. Hey, Joe, you had a good week. 18 points from Lawrence. St. Brown there with 19. You just had a 0 from Higgins. Nobody predicted that. 26 from Eckler. Herbert with 11. Okay. Yeah, you need some work in your tight end position. Who else is your backup? Oh, okay. So you have, I think it was Cole? Yeah, Cole Kmet. Yep. How did I know his first name? That's nuts. 9. So you might want to flip-flop there. But again, his quarterback is Justin Fields. Don't know what you want to do with him just yet. Deebo Samuel there and you flex with 11. Yeah. And I think that's a low-end game for Deebo Samuel. I think he's going to do so much better going forward as well. You're going to start that Green Bay defense next week, right? Why you? I'm laughing. You got Sean. I'm surprised that you did this, that you have the Denver defense and their coach is Sean Payton, as much as me and you both hate him. But I think next week you're going with Green Bay defense, right? Going forward. We'll see. We will see. And who else is in chat? Alex is in chat. Let's take a look at Alex's team. So if you're in chat, we take a look at your team. So shout out to you if you're in our chat. 20 points from Mahomes. You're going to get 20 plus every night, every game. 14 from Wilson, 24 from Ridley. The 24 from Ridley, I was a little surprised with. I don't know if he's going to get 20 points every time, but that's a great pickup, Alex. Good job there. This is where you got hurt with Dobbins. You're going to have to figure out what you're going to do. You got Montgomery there as your other running back in your RB2 slot. That's good. 13. 9 for Ingram and Allen in your flex. 14. You got a good backup quarterback in Herbert, fantasy-wise. Real, it's another story, right? Okay, well, you got your backup in Dylan. Give or take. We'll see how it's go. Broncos country, that's right. You got Collins there and your other wide receiver with 14. So, I mean, Alex's team looking good other than J.K. Dobbins. Look at that. Other than that Pittsburgh defense, which I think they'll rebound after this week. Not too shabby, Alex. Wow, look at you. Don't know why you got Player of the Week honors. Congratulations, Alex. There you go, guys. It is late. It's 10 o'clock. That's the word I didn't say. It's late. But as you can see, we had a lot of fun tonight. Hopefully we can keep the momentum going. Let's remember, I'm gonna wrap the show up. It's me, the commish, Mateo83. You guys, I'm gonna send you guys some invites for my son's fundraiser. You don't have to do it. I just gotta send out emails. So thanks for that. So set those teams, pick those picks, and I'll see you guys right here next week. And hopefully I can have a better chair on the recap. Good night, everybody.